The Dexter, Resurrection Season 1 finale, and Justice for All, delivering a bloody, emotional, and satisfying conclusion to a stellar season. Here's a recap of the key events. The episode begins with Dexter Morgan, Michael C. Hall, and the body of his old coworker Angel Batista, David Zayas, who was murdered by billionaire Leon Prater, Peter Dinklage, in the penultimate episode, trapped in Prater's vault. Prater, a fanatic serial murderer who runs a covert club, intends to starve Dexter to death. As Dexter mourns Batista's passing, he is visited by a vision of his brother, the ice truck killer Brian Moser, Christian Camargo, who makes fun of him for Harry's code and his internal turmoil. Dexter calls his son Harrison, Jack Alcott, using Batista's phone, but Harrison is first distracted by his girlfriend Gigi. In order to save his father, Harrison accepts a catering position at Prater's NYPD gala. Prater's power over her is exposed when Dexter finds documents in the vault, including one on Prater's accomplice Charley, Thurman. Charley quits and leaves town with her mother when Dexter uses this to turn her against Prater. After Batista's rash killing, Harrison is in danger when Prater captures him with a gun to his head and intends to make Harrison his first, proper, kill. Dexter instructs Harrison to subdue Prater with an atorphine M99 syringe that was previously supplied. Prater is then stabbed in the vault as part of Dexter's ritual kill, but he declines to take a blood slide since he doesn't want to remember him. Dexter uses Prater's severed thumb to make his getaway after dismembering Prater and setting off the vault's alarm to make sure the cops locate Batista's body and Prater's serial killer artifacts. A dossier identifying the New York Ripper as Don Framt, a name that viewers are unfamiliar with, is among the items found in the vault by the police, including detectives Claudette Wallace, Katia Saroff, and Melvin Oliva, Dominic Famosa. This leaves the revelation unclear and sets up Season 2. The Statue of Liberty in the background represents Dexter's freedom as he seizes Prater's yacht and dumps his body in the East River. Dexter considers accepting his identity as a killer in a final voiceover, but he still needs relationships like Harrison and his friend Blessing Kamara to remain human. With papers on murderers like Al stolen from the vault, he admits to mourning his sister Deb but views Harrison as his link to mankind, suggesting changing desires and upcoming hunts. The finale makes up for the shortcomings of previous Dexter finales by striking a balance between closure and unresolved issues. While some fans thought the denouement was too tidy and the Ripper reveal was unimpressive, others loved the father-son dynamic, Dinklage and Hall's performances, and the New York environment. There is no formal confirmation of a Season 2 renewal, but the existence of a writer's room indicates that there may be more to come. Several storylines were left open for further development after the Season 1 conclusion, which aired on September 5, 2025. According to reports, Dexter Morgan, Michael C. Hall, has new targets from data he acquired, including as the Rapunzel killer and a killer named Eric Stonestreet, who escaped in Season 1. The premise of Season 2 will probably revolve around these unsolved cases, with Dexter possibly going after these targets in New York or elsewhere. Co-showrunner Scott Reynolds and showrunner Clyde Phillips have several seasons planned. According to Reynolds, they have 3 planned and have space for more if Michael C. Hall stays on board. Dexter's continuous battle to manage his dark passenger, and his relationship with his son Harrison, Jack Alcott, who might still be battling his own dark tendencies, could be the subject of Season 2. Another unsolved plot point is the New York Ripper, which centers on an unnamed murderer dubbed Mr. Don Framt. If the contract is extended, Jack Alcott is probably going to reprise his role as Harrison, and Michael C. Hall is anticipated to return as Dexter. Given their roles in Season 1, other characters such as Detective Claudette Wallace, Katia Saroff, and Blessing Kamara, and Ter Gumam Bahom Wine, may make a comeback. Following major events in Season 1, some Reddit fans have speculated that Joey Quinn could take on a more prominent antagonistic or supportive role, while others speculate that Vince Masuka, C.S. Lee, who debuted in Season 1, may have a greater role. Since some of Dexter's new targets might not be local, the program might spread beyond of New York and possibly even to other states or nations. With Dexter pursuing new murderers while avoiding capture, the story would remain interesting. Characters like Charley, Thurman, who departed New York in Season 1, may possibly make a comeback to join Dexter in the fight against the last of the murderers from the files.